Cheers and enjoy the show. Welcome to The Bar's Open with Beth and Greg. Good evening.
Hello.
And welcome to the night after the RNC, or I like to call it Hulk Hogan's reawakening.
So
put your headphones on. Let's
stupid.
go. We're going to wait a minute. We need to wait for some people to get on this thing because
I probably should get on myself, huh?
Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
Hulk Hogan.
Hulk Hogan.
That's what Jesse calls him.
Oh.
Hull, like Hull. Kogan.
He moves the K and gives it an extra L.
It's pretty good. It was pretty good. Welcome to The Bar's Open with Beth and Greg. I'm Greg, and that's Beth. And this camera's all fucked up, but whatever. Let's get weird. Exactly. What's up, Alex?
Hi,
How you doing,
Alex, my
I
friend.
think you read my mind over there.
Read my mind.
Yeah, I'm all out of fucking frame on this goddamn thing.
Well, you better go fix it.
Probably should fix it now, huh?
Yeah. I mean, let's not act like amateurs. It's probably me, because when I close it, I probably push it.
Nope.
My light's not working.
Yeah. See, we're having technical difficulties around here.
It's on, but it's not really on.
Who knows? Walmart lighting.
You know, it could be that it's filling my aura of exhaustiveness, and it's like I'm with you, sister. Exhaustiveness.
Isn't it just exhaustion?
No, I'm
You're making fucking words up at this point.
It's like what pistified. I love it. Was my favorite.
That's a pretty good one.
It was a good one.
Pistified. Have you ever heard of pistified? That is pissed off and mystified
at how
about some
stupid they are.
Yeah. So pistified. Pistified is the term of the day. I'm gonna put it in the chat. Just so you have it for reference.
I wasn't hot, and then I had to start bending down and try to plug things and unplug things and make sure everything was
You literally
working.
bent over once.
I was bent down a long time, and I have hair, so you can't know what it's like to have hair. So
No,
you
I'm sweating. Did
you
we
don't
turn down
feel
the
my
air
pain.
conditioning
I
up here?
did.
Good
I
Lord.
I did.
It's one of those nights. It's a Friday. We got some fun shit to
You
talk
spelled it
about.
wrong. It's pistified.
It literally says pistified. It's the same fucking thing.
Piss. Tified.
I missed an S. So what? What are you gonna do? You gonna fight? You wanna fight?
I don't want to have to kick your ass in public.
Tonight's gonna be a party.
No, tonight is not, because it's gonna be a sleep fest after a while.
Oh, you're so dramatic.
Listen, I had a hard week.
You know what, folks?
It was
Beth had to go to the office
2 days.
for 2 days this week.
I never go to the office. Then
it
I had to go out and
just
socialize.
Fucked her life up.
To go out and socialize
Like
3 of
3
those
times.
nights.
Damn, you were popular this week.
You
People
know,
loved you. You were the.
It's
you
a
were,
price I pay.
Okay, so question. for you.
Exhaustion is a price I pay.
Question for you.
Don't ruin my feel good, so don't go too far into my.
That's fine. Question for you.
No.
When you go to those things, do you end up being like the center of like
No.
attention?
I mean, there's too many
Because
people.
you talk, because we have the gift of gab. That's why we
There's
do
too many
podcasts.
people. Like, yeah, within a party, like, but I also don't shut up, and sometimes that's a
what I'm
problem
saying.
too.
Yeah.
So, like yesterday for
I'm the same
April's
way. Don't get me
retirement
wrong.
party, I'm sitting with Matt and
I'm
Matt.
not saying I'm
and
like the best thing ever.
Matt
but
and
I'm just
Brian, and Matt and I Matt, who's not. There's a Matt that was on my team that he's on a new team, and he has a Matt now on his team.
Yeah.
And I never see that Matt because I work from home, right?
Yeah.
And he and I just didn't stop talking like the whole time. And I was like, I probably should go talk to April for a little while since it's her retirement party. I'm leaving in 15 minutes. I didn't. I just hugged her bye. Peace.
Love you.
Love you.
Did it? You were a good boss.
You're an amazing boss. I'm
Peace
gonna
out.
miss you.
Is she at this office?
Yeah. Well,
Like
she's in New Braunfels.
Okay.
So she's kind of like work at home minor hybrid
Oh,
because
you
she
wanna
has to
hear
go.
something?
Oh yeah.
So I got some.
Cheers.
Oh yeah. Cheers. Happy Friday.
Indeed.
Happy Friday. I got some insight from a insider yesterday.
Oh, I know. You already told me.
The 3-day thing.
Mhm.
Did I tell you that? They're fucking with the corporation.
I need him to show you it.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna just take his word.
Anywho, let's jump into some shit. Let's listen to a little audio that I think it'll get you pumped up for tonight.
Okay.
Okay, I think it's important. You need the extra energy tonight. So
I do.
You know, it's one of those things where we were just chilling, we were hanging out and doing things, and all of a sudden shit starts going sideways on us because it always does.
When?
Like the lights,
the lights
and the computer and
didn't know if the
whatever,
internet was
right?
down.
But this was last night at the RNC, rather, the Republican National Convention.
Okay.
And I said, let Trumpomania run wild, brother. Let Trumpomania
Come on.
rule again. Let Trumpomania make America great again.
Trumpomania. Dude. Right?
Does he
Come
bleach
on.
his mustache and beard?
CPG, what's happening?
He's got to bleach his hair and shit, right?
Yeah, of course he does. We should probably
Or do
watch
you think
that.
it's a wig?
We should probably watch that one more time just for.
Because do we ever see him without his bandana on?
No, dude, he's bald on top. Yes. You know what? We're gonna turn this up a little bit.
Let Trumpomania make America great again.
Brother. And then he goes,
Because he's working so hard.
fuck yeah, dude. Come on. That's the only
And that fucking shirt would not tear at the very bottom.
It's the only video we have for tonight because what's gonna top that?
I mean,
He literally had like a suit coat on and he had that black shirt.
Oh, did he
and then
really?
He had that Trump
Underneath it?
Vance shirt underneath it. And he, rawr, Trumpomania.
I mean, he's probably got to register that.
Trumpomania.
He's probably got to register and
Fuck,
trademark that.
let's go. All day.
Let's make some hats.
Dude, that's
Let's make
already
some shirts.
guaranteed that's already trademarked.
Oh, sure.
You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like
sure.
that shit's trademarked.
Sure.
Like nobody's getting that shit.
Why doesn't anything good come out of my mouth like that I can trademark and quit working?
Because you're not Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan.
Nor am I a rapper. Because that happens. There's a, who was it? Was it Megan Thee Stallion or one
Megan
of those
the
girls?
Stallion
I think it's 3.
is the
It's 3,
no, it's Megan the
I don't know.
Stallion.
obviously.
Anyway,
And one of them wanted to try to trademark some word that she used, and somebody was like, "You can't trademark." Like she took hello and made it like fancy or something, and they were like, "You can't trademark that."
no, it's a word in just the English
Yeah.
dictionary.
So, but how come you can trademark Trumpomania?
I'm not saying it
Because
is.
it's a fake word.
Yeah, it's like a made up fucking brand new
Okay.
thing.
Well, I'm gonna
probably.
make up some words.
I don't know. I don't know how the English language. I can barely use fucking verbs and adverbs and adjectives and all the regular words.
I've
you
gotten way
speak.
better because I started using the grammar check.
Yeah, on your book when you're reading.
No, when I write like in Word doc.
Oh yeah.
I do the
Dude,
grammar check,
everybody
and I'm
does
like,
that.
oh,
Yeah.
I spit out comma.
I've got a
very-
goddamn master's degree.
I'm
and
very
you're
good
like-
with commas now.
And then we got Brian and Allison of him. Brian's a fucking. He went to school for like journalism.
So did I.
Yeah, but you suck at reading and writing.
Excuse me? I read quite well.
Really?
Yeah. I read a lot.
How did you get into journalism? This just came to mind. You're dyslexic. What the fuck was journalism
I didn't
about?
want to, I wanted to be a reporter.
And now you are. Check this shit out. Like
I don't think
dreams
it's quite
do
the
come
same.
true.
I don't think it's quite the
honey.
same thing. I went to my first job fair like a couple weeks after I don't even know, like a couple weeks out of college, and Telemundo was there. And they were like,
You could have worked for Telemundo.
they were like, hey, send us your resume, because it was send us your resume. And I was like, my mom was like, are you going to do it? I was like, I don't speak Spanish.
She's like, we can get you. This is before Hooked on Phonics.
Yeah. This is
Hooked
before
on
that
Spanish
app,
phonics.
that you can download and
Right.
teach, learn a
Yeah,
language
yeah.
in 7 days. But so yeah, they were like, you'd be great. I was like, I would be great, but I
What's up,
don't speak
Jacob? How you doing, man?
Spanish. I don't know how to speak Spanish.
Yeah. I'm thinking.
Hi, Brian and
Hol-
Alvin.
hol-
You mentioned their name and they showed up.
They've been texting me. Like, when are you gonna get on there?
We were quite lackadaisical.
Brian says, "What a dick!" in response to Greg's heinous comments about directed at Beth. What?
I mean, we all know he is. It doesn't even, my Teflon doesn't even get wind anymore.
The best part about like doing a podcast is the chat. So if you guys are out there and you're listening to it, try and catch us live on YouTube.
They can't
or
see the chat
Facebook.
when it's recorded. I mean, you have
You
to catch
can't.
it live
You
to,
have to watch it on YouTube or
participate,
Facebook.
but you can
yeah.
only read it when you
Right.
watch it.
And
later.
it's live. We're a little late tonight, but generally 7 o'clock on
It
Fridays,
cooled off really fast up here.
and then
Maybe it
8
was a
o'clock
hot
on
flash.
Wednesdays.
Maybe it was a little exertion tied
think
to
so?
a hot flash.
You going through the change?
I
Aren't you
haven't.
supposed to at some point?
Well, not when I
What
haven't.
happens?
Can you stop asking questions?
I'm scared.
You're like 3.
I'm like actually nervous. But you
Why
going
does it
through
sound like somebody's walking? Big car must have come by. So the hormones keep you from going through menopause because
Okay.
you put fake estrogen in your body, right?
Yeah.
And but I haven't. I'm like 3 weeks past my normal date for getting hormones.
Oh shit.
I'm going to be 4 weeks past because I'm not going till next Thursday. That's why
So
I'm
you could turn into
exhausted.
like evil, Beth.
I mean, in the
That's
middle of
what
the
I
night when you're
heard.
talking all nonstop, and I smother you, I could totally blame it
I've got
on
a
hormones.
story here in a minute about a dude that had a thing happen in the middle of the night.
Dude, that had a thing happen
was
in the middle of the night.
Wait, just I'll leave it at that. Little cliffhanger, little story for you guys here in a couple minutes.
You sneaky.
But yeah. So
So yeah, I mean, it could have been a hot flash. Who knows? I typically only get up at nighttime though, so I don't know.
really,
Yeah, I woke up the other day. I was drenched in sweat, and you were like up to your neck with the blanket. I'm like, oh, that was a fucking hot flash.
in the middle of the night, they just come on.
That's where they start.
Fuck off.
They start in the middle of the night.
You're like, I need these hormones fixed.
I need these pellets bad.
like
I'm
put
in a bad-
extras in there.
I need
bitch.
a bad way. I need them.
Good lord. You've been pretty normal though.
I mean, I've been fighting this exhaustion for.
I mean, well, no, you're like you get tired, but what I mean is you're not mean.
I'm never mean.
I've heard not you.
No, my mom used to be like, she had 15 different personalities when she was going through fucking menopause.
What's that movie that came out?
I don't know, but that's who she was.
Like sadness, depression, anger, hate.
Yeah, she was like fine 1 minute, and then she turned around and you're like, why are you so bright red? What did you do? And I'm like, oh my
demon.
Lord. What happened in the 3 seconds when you went to the bathroom and came back?
You were fine 2 seconds.
My dad was
You're like, I'm
funny.
just sitting here eating a bologna sandwich.
Because
for fuck's
I
sake.
don't eat bologna, but
Whatever.
we would start to
Tortilla.
fight, and my dad would come over and he'd pull me over and he's like, here's $20. Just shut up and get the hell out of the house for a couple hours and let it die down. I was like, I love you, Dad. She's a witch.
Fuck. So everybody knows. Well, if you don't, CrowdStrike.
Well, that went really fast.
So I was debating on bringing an extra beer up here
Wow.
because I was like, those things taste good, huh? That's why I needed. I wanted something clear.
No, they taste horrible. I drink them because they're horrible.
You're an asshole.
Don't drink my fucking beer.
CrowdStrike.
We love you too.
Do you know what
What's
CrowdStrike
CrowdStrike?
is?
You hit the person next to you?
So CrowdStrike, I'll read the article. I'll go through it. This is
Mm-hmm.
from Wired, and Wired's they've been around for 1 million years, right? They're basically they do a lot of tech articles and stuff like that, right?
Wired? I've heard of Wired.
Wired, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So how one bad CrowdStrike update crashed the world's computers.
Oh, yes. Okay. I know
A
what you're
defective
talking about.
CrowdStrike kernel driver sent computers around the globe into reboot death spiral, taking down air travel, thousands of
Do you know how many
flights in the
people we
United
had in the
States.
office this week? They're all screwed. They're all here an extra day.
Taking down travel, hospitals, banks, and it was 911 systems, even like in Alaska.
Like, what did they do then? Like, they go back to fire signals during the
Fucking
time?
yeah, you send a smoke signal basically, right?
signal, smoke signal. Yeah, not fire signal. Thanks.
Only a handful of times in history has a single piece of code managed to instantly wreck a computer system. Worldwide, the slammer worm in 2003, and I remember that, Russia's Ukraine targeted NotPetya cyber attack, North Korea's self-spreading ransomware, WannaCry, were a few to name. But the ongoing digital catastrophe that rocked the internet and IT infrastructure around the globe over the past 12 hours appears to have been triggered not by malicious code released by hackers, but by the software designed to stop them. They are basically like an antivirus company.
Oh, but they gave a virus.
They're a cyber attack prevention.
Kind of sounds like the vaccine.
right. Weird.
It's supposed to save you, and yet it kills you. They're supposed to keep you from getting a virus.
Allegedly.
And
We
they
don't need people showing up at our house. Two internet infrastructure disasters.
I'm
I'm
allowed
just
to have
kidding. I
my
don't give a
opinion.
fuck. Yeah. Two internet infrastructure disasters collided on Friday to produce
I heard
disruptions
it was a
around the
change
world.
of a font. Like, it was something that simple.
It could have been around the world in airports, train systems, banks, healthcare, online healthcare organizations, hotels, television stations, and more. On Thursday night, Microsoft's cloud platform Azure experienced
So
a
they say yes.
widespread outage. By Friday morning, the situation turned into a perfect storm when the security firm CrowdStrike.
What time did this happen?
So they uploaded it last night, and it happened this morning.
Okay, because like I know I have one friend that did make it out of town, but her flight was at 7:00 this morning.
Southwest Southwest, I just saw. Who was it? Was it you, Brian? Somebody just sent me a text and it said Southwest. We still run on Commodore 64. Eat shit or something like that. And it's on their like account, or maybe they dummied it up.
They dummied it up.
Whatever. Okay, so it said.
Well, that's why I asked you why it didn't affect us at work, and you were like, "Well, because we
We're
are
not
cloud-based."
cloud-based.
And
Yeah.
I was like, "Because we're 1920."
Well, no, we have. server-
And then you educated
yeah,
me
yeah.
and said, "No, we don't do. We do that on purpose."
All right, so where was I? So by Friday morning, the perfect situation turned into a perfect storm when the security firm CrowdStrike released a flawed software update that sent Windows computers into a catastrophic reboot spiral. Microsoft spokesperson tells Wired that the two IT failures are unrelated. Bullshit.
Right.
Like one happened and then it
Domino
triggered.
effect.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. The cause of one of those two disasters, at least, has become clear. Buggy code pushed out as an updated CrowdStrike's Falcon monitoring product, essentially an antivirus platform that runs with deep system access on endpoints. Like, give me a second. Like laptop servers and routers to detect malware and suspicious activity that could indicate compromise. Falcon requires permission to update itself automatically and regularly, since CrowdStrike is constantly adding detections to the system to defend against new and evolving threats.
So will they like get sued?
I read another article on this as I was trying to educate myself. In the contract language,
They tell you can't sue them because this is part of the nature of the beast.
they said
We are
the
glitching.
only thing you could get is refunds. There's no like legal.
There's no legal ramifications for
if-
when you
if
drop
they
the ball.
go down.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, I guess you kind
So
of.
I'm sure there's some
have
ways
to put it-
around it, but think about that.
Well,
thousands and
They
thousands
will
of
probably have
flights.
to refund the airlines who had to refund people.
No, it's literally like a refund on your subscription to them.
Oh, so they won't like anybody
Not a
who
refund on
like American Airlines. They had to
Not-
cancel 1,500 flights and they had to reschedule all those people and all the time
not
and money. They're not
damages,
going to
not
get okay,
lost
okay.
money or whatever.
But they'll
Yeah.
get their subscription paid back.
Yeah, they said it's the biggest case in history happened today.
Everything
We've
is in
never
my head.
had a
Everything's, like, happening in my
worldwide
lifetime.
workstation outage like this, says Miko. I can't
Somebody
say
or
this
other.
fucker's last name. It's like Norwegian or something. The chief research officer at cybersecurity company With Care, around a decade ago, this same dude's last name, says widespread outages were more common due to the spread of worms or Trojans. More recently, global outages have happened on the server side of systems, meaning outages often stem from cloud providers such as Amazon's web service, AWS.
Yeah.
That's who we're looking at. Or internet cable cuts or authentication. I mean, there's,
Well, this just
so you
told them
have,
we're
like-
not looking at that
so
anymore.
you have AWS, you have Oracle. There's like a handful of like really big cloud
Right.
service providers
Yeah.
or cloud processing companies.
Right.
And you would think they'd have their own internal
I mean,
cyber
They
attack.
probably do. They just didn't use it this time. So here's the funny thing. So I don't watch the news. I don't read the news. I don't do really anything. And it was funny because in a huddle today, every Friday we have a huddle with
Mhm.
our VP or AVP. I don't know what he is. Anyways, and he said something about what's it called? CrowdStrike.
CrowdStrike.
He was like, "Oh, we have so many executives not being able to fly home because of CrowdStrike." I'm like, "Who's striking?" I didn't say it out loud, thank God. But I was like, "Who's striking? What's happening?"
Yeah, I'd never heard of them. I mean, it's one of those companies that just kind of, but they're a multi-billion-dollar company because think of the likes of like Microsoft and shit like
Right.
that. They have huge contracts.
So
right?
basically, anybody that uses Microsoft got screwed
Windows,
if they
Mac, and
up
Linux
on their
systems.
cloud.
Okay, so it says the CEO of CrowdStrike said
were.
on
Nico said he
Friday
gets his news from you.
that
too.
issues were caused by a defect in code the company released for Windows. Mac and Linux systems were not affected. The issue has been identified. And this is another thing. Like our company, we're like a lot of big ass companies are a couple years behind
Right.
on like their computers and their platforms, right? It's just because you have to buy
Well, you also sign contract deals for like
and
who
you
you
have
get your laptop
thousands of
through.
laptops
And, yeah.
and computers and stuff like that. So the updates, like I remember a long time ago, we were running Windows 10,
I know.
like fucking
I know.
like 5 years after it.
What
had
did we do? We
expired.
just got a new one.
Yeah, but it had already
Like
expired.
Windows
and
11 or
was still
something? It was
running.
funny.
I don't even know what we're on.
Jeepin said 15 minutes after Trump speech is when this happened.
Interesting, right? So, nonetheless, this shit is still going on.
Really?
Yeah,
It's still broke.
It's shit is still broke. Let's see if we can go to X and see flight delays, maybe. Flight delays.
When I didn't look at it, but when I was looking before we went to socialize, I was trying to find some stories, and they were like, watch this map of the flight patterns of the U.S. and how it stopped.
Yep. Yeah, it's fucking
Who's
nuts.
topless? Your mama.
Your mama's topless. Wait a minute. Yeah, it doesn't say. But it was I read another article and it was like thousands of
Well,
flights.
I saw a picture and it was all these people in what was it? Philadelphia. They were all sitting like there were so many people, there were no more seats left, so they're like leaning on those. You know, they have the escalators, the flat escalators.
Mhm.
People were leaning on the glass. You know, like
Just anywhere they
anywhere.
could sit.
Yeah,
2,600 plus U.S. flights canceled today. And this is
not actually that
this
bad.
is as of 6. Oh, this is as of this morning.
Oh, no,
6:12
okay, that's
in the
why.
morning.
That's
So that was
it's
8
probably
hours ago.
way bigger than
Let's
that.
go. Yeah, so CNN 2,800 flights. That's still a shit ton of flights.
Justin said Elon said he deleted it from all his platforms.
Yeah, I saw that too. They fucking pulled out all that code because Twitter and everybody else was using, or X was
they did
using
it because of this
CrowdStrike.
or before.
No, they did it this morning. They pulled all the code out.
How did they know to do that?
He heard about it and fucking ripped it out of the system. That's how quick they work at X.
Interesting. So he called his person he wants
And said,
24/7 and
"Get
said,
rid of
"Get
that
up,
shit."
get dressed,
Yeah.
and remove this.
Yeah, get this out of the fucking
I
system.
pay you $500,000. Get the fuck on."
Yeah, probably. Yeah, whatever. But isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Something that's the weird thing. Like one dude
Reed said America's still running. Don't panic.
or one. Yeah, exactly. But one
Does
person.
he mean the airline?
Not American.
Oh, American. Yeah, that has an N at the end.
But one dude or chick or whomever fucking wrote some code,
Didn't
uploaded
test
that
it.
shit, right? Didn't test it. We call
Test
it
it?
sandboxing.
You didn't chest
We
it?
put it in a sandbox,
Yeah.
which is like
It's pretend.
It's a simulated live
Yeah, it's
environment.
pretend.
You run it.
It's a training environment.
It's a training environment. I do this shit all the time, right? You run it there, and then you do
Then
model
you do
risk
it,
management. You do all the code management. You do everything as far as that goes, and then you say, "All right, we've proofed it,"
We're ready.
and then you drop it in.
Think that person got fired?
That person's probably shot.
No.
That's probably bad timing, but whatever. But nonetheless,
They're probably. I wonder if they're fired.
They're
or if
fired.
they just get
They're
like,
def-
oh,
nope.
you're on a PIP.
you're on an improvement plan.
Personal improvement plan.
Don't do that again.
You're done fucked
Don't
up. You're
shut
on a
the
PIP.
world down
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
Right. And no, Reed, America is still running. And you know what was really good last Sunday? And Reed, because Reed's always throwing out the hard AFs, and I should have
Yeah.
grabbed one of the pina coladas. I went to an
Pina
HEB right down the road
coladas.
from the Drinking Bros studio on Sunday, and I was able to get
You went to the studio?
no.
Oh.
We drove by it
Oh, okay.
twice. It was
I was like,
before
nobody's there.
It was
on
before
Sunday.
they were open because they did the Sunday night.
Oh,
show.
that's right.
And Peter was like, "We should stop," and I was like, "Dude, we got to get back." I was like, "I'd love to stop." Literally drove by them, but they weren't there anyway because they did their show late.
Yeah.
But I was able to get myself a 12-pack of hard AF at a HEB up in Dripping Springs.
Which is funny because we don't have
Can't
them
get
here.
one at the biggest. I've got the biggest goddamn HEB in the entire state right here, and I can't get.
Fuck
off. Ross, Dan, do better. Be better. What does Joe
Ambulance.
Swole say?
Let me get you the ambulance.
Do better, Ross, Dan.
The ambulance. Let me get you the ambulance.
Crazy. You want to hear about a swinging party?
A what?
Swingers party?
Sure.
This is fucking gnarly, dude. It's nuts. All right.
You have a picture?
Yeah, I've got a picture.
Okay.
But let me pull up the article first.
Are people swinging?
It's not really, you're not going to see anybody swinging.
Okay.
It's the volume of people that are going to this swing party that kind of goes, contact Ryan Mills. All right. Hey, send me his information on like
You are not really going to bug this
Instagram.
man.
I'll fucking bug him. We're not fucking leaving. That is a swingers party in that picture.
Are they on a football field? I needed to come up close.
It is thousands of swingers have met up for Britain's biggest sex festival.
Oh, this is the festival.
It's
Are those all tents?
those are all tents.
Feel like making whoopee.
RDF is out of stock because Mr. White knows shit, right, Alex? Number one, here's your editing.
What do you think? Do you think that they just like they use the afternoon to like network and see who gets them a little hot and bothered, and then they're like 5 o'clock, come to my tent.
Well, it kind of goes back to whatever
With your
that town was
significant
called
other.
in Florida. Like, do they just drive around with like
Viagra?
the loofahs?
Oh, the loofahs.
Right? Like, I'm into this. I'm into
sure.
that.
They probably do.
I'm into this and that. Right?
I got one of every color.
If you're wondering why the streets seem a bit quieter this weekend, because this is in Britain,
Okay.
of course, it might be because all the local residents flock to the village of Lincolnshire for Britain's biggest sex festival. Residents. So if you guys,
That's weird.
This is like note to self. If you're into this
And
shit,
you can do that. You
just
can
go.
have sex festivals.
Yeah,
Can we
the
have
villages,
sex
thank you.
festivals?
Yeah,
Can we have sex festivals here?
I'm sure.
Or is this just a weird like
No, I think
European
you can.
thing?
I think you can. I think there are like
But
swingers clubs.
you just gotta get a certificate of authenticity and be like, we are a real swingers camp.
I don't know how that
I'm
works.
kidding, but like you just have to get a permit is what I meant to say, but I said certificate, so I just went with it. But you can get a permit.
You have to go to like town hall
Yeah, I would
or
like
whatever.
I would like to permit a sex party for swingers. And that nice little patch of green grass over there, you got 50 yards from here. I don't
Right
But if
outside
it's from
town hall.
England, they talk like this.
Yeah.
That was hard. They talk like these, and they don't sound like they're from Texas like I just did. I'd like to borrow that patch of grass over there, over yonder.
Over yonder.
Over yonder.
No, we do that. That's how it's going to sound.
So we can get our
here.
groove on
So
with
we have a
whoever we want.
Texas
And how many
swingers-
days is it?
So hang on. Residents at Allington, situated near Gretham, nobody knows where these places are. These are all make believe. Will instead have to endure excess traffic and God knows what kinds of noises as the 4-day
shit.
event
Oh,
named
4. Good gravy. I hope
Swingathon.
they have showers there because ew
They
from
named
the
it
night before.
Swingathon gets underway.
Dun-dun-dun.
It's fucking rad, right?
But seriously, I hope
thousands-
they have showers.
Thousands of people have headed to the rural site in East Midlands as the festival returns for its 4th year. That's fucking like this isn't the first.
I mean,
one,
the
it's
city
fourth
is
one.
like it brought on a shit ton of money, so we're gonna let it happen.
So you're like, hey, these people just like to have. I mean, it's consensual. As long as it's consensual, it gives a shit.
Always consensual.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't know. Revelers will be able to let their hair down at raunchy events, which feature play tents,
They
pole
may
dancing,
not be raunchy.
hot tubs, foam parties,
hot tubs, ew.
mobile dungeons, and even butt plug bingo.
Wait, what? I was down with like everything until you got to butt plug bingo. I was like, dungeons, sweet.
But I don't even know what butt plug bingo is.
I don't.
Google it. Like,
Wait, but
let's
you just play bingo with butt plugs?
just look up
And
and be real careful. Like, don't show me anything.
I'm not
because
going
you're
to show
go
you
to the
anything.
camera.
I've been doing this. It's not my first rodeo.
Butt plug bingo.
Butt plug bingo.
Imagine the scenes when the
Think
caller
it's one word?
shouts. Yes. Butt plug, I think, is one word.
Butt plug weekend.
Everyone has to register
Wait,
their
why did it
B-holes.
come up? Okay, first of all, the things that come up.
Jeep and said
Butt
maybe
plug-
that's why they shut down
Yeah,
the
butt
flights
plug
to
is a
keep all the
sex toy.
STDs in England.
Well,
Fucking for real, right? Imagine the scenes when the caller shouts, favorite of mine, 69. I don't know.
they put that in the article.
Rich,
Okay,
okay.
inflatable butt plug bingo.
What do you mean inflatable?
It just that's the first thing that came up. Inflatable butt plug bingo. Then we got Swingers Festival takes over Sleepy Small. That's
Okay,
probably the one you're reading.
referencing this.
Lose dirty
up,
birthday
Matt?
bingo. Okay, I don't know. AS Altar bingo.
We're trying to figure out what butt plug bingo is.
Listen, when you look up some of this stuff, it's really like BS Altair bingo rainbow azure butt plug. Wait, that's too many words.
I don't know.
Let me see what this inflatable butt plug is.
Okay.
Inflatable butt plug bingo. Adult content. Okay, I'm an adult. Enter. Inflatable butt plug bingo for submissive males or sissies. That's literally what it says.
So gay dudes or submissive dudes.
So I guess you have to.
Is
When
it
I'm
like
looking-
one
when
of those
I'm
things that they
looking
put
at
around
this-
your arm? They go,
No, I'm looking at this and it looks like a bingo board, kind of.
okay.
But then it's got like oral sex, pump,
Which one's
humiliation.
bingo? Bingo's like where you do like the
The
little dauber.
Yeah,
thing.
like the old people play it. The balls come up in the air and they do the inky thingy.
The inky thingy.
So okay, and then it's got categories. So it's got oral, pain, bondage, humiliation,
Good Lord.
feminization, and then under like I'll do oral.
Okay.
Number 1, suck on a small dildo for 5 minutes. Number 2, sucking a
seems like a
medium
long
dildo
time.
for 10 minutes. I can't say this out loud. We're gonna go to a different
know
one
why
because
our
the
camera's
further
glitching.
down you go, the dirtier and harder it gets. Like,
Let's
okay,
go.
I'll just read
Let's
this
go.
one.
We're adults.
Deep throat that medium dildo 10 times during another 10 minutes of sucking.
That's too much.
That seems like a lot of work.
It's a lot of work. That doesn't seem entertaining.
I mean, not on purpose,
no.
but they do. So, like, okay, so the bondage.
Okay.
Freeze all the keys in a glass of water. That's stupid. Tie a leash or a belt
How's
around
that
your
bondage?
neck and wear, or I guess you're not letting them
Keys.
leave.
Wait a minute. What are the keys?
I don't know. They just says free all the keys in a glass of water.
Oh, if you're like handcuffed somewhere or something.
Maybe so that you can't leave. Like that's their control, the bondage control.
Good
Tie a
Lord.
leash or belt around your neck or wear a collar. Put on some lockable wrist cuffs. I mean, I could go for that one. Put on some lockable ankle cuffs. Tie a shoelace. Oh no, I'm not reading that one. It would hurt you, not me.
Around a ding dong?
Around your balls.
No.
Tie a shoelace.
Why would anybody? People are in
Some people
weird
like
shit.
pain
Yep.
because there's this whole thing about like the pain leads to the pressure. I mean, the pleasure. I don't know. Humiliation. Make love with yourself
Cheers,
in the
buddy.
mirror for 5 minutes. Why is that humiliation?
What was it?
Make love to yourself in the mirror for 5 minutes. I do not find that humiliating whatsoever. Why would that be humiliating?
You're just jerking off in the mirror. But
I mean-
who does that? Who wants to watch themselves jerk off?
Not me, but why would that be humiliating if that's what you want to do?
Yeah.
Maybe they're not letting you have
I've
an
seen
option.
worse looking people than me.
Piss in a glass and sit.
No, we're not doing that one.
Nope. Nope.
All right, we're done. We're good.
Uh-uh.
We're good.
Nope. Oh, I can't take that back. It's in my brain forever.
It's drinking pee, right? It's drinking a glass of pee. Like it's a nice warm beer. Like a beer that's been left out all night.
That's disgusting. People do that.
But that like in your backyard in Texas.
Oh, that one's broken.
Yeah.
That's
So a number of attendees have doubled since last year. So it seems that the festival goers have been put off by locals complaining
Alex
to
only is
police
having his first beer. What?
about the screaming and moaning coming from the campsite, which keeps them up all night. Despite
Wait, so
people's-
that again?
said the number of attendees has doubled since last year. So it seems that the festival goers haven't been put off by locals complaining to police about the screaming and moaning coming from the campsites, which keeps them up all night.
Oh, that's funny.
Despite people's preconceptions, Swingathon says it's not a sex festival, but rather an adult alternative lifestyle event, which celebrates fetishes, kinks, and supports the LGBTQ+.
But it is really a sex festival.
It's a sex festival.
Even if you say it's
It's
not really
100% a sex
it's not really a sex festival.
It's just a
good
place
sir.
for people to go
Good
get
sir,
their
I'm
freak
going to
on.
disagree with
Yeah.
you. Is there fucking? All right, it's a sex festival.
Yeah. It's just a place for people to go do their fucking whatever shit. Hey, I'm not going to kink shame people, but
No,
some kink shaming should be like,
No.
if you're doing that.
if you're drinking pee, I'm not going to kink shame you. I'm just going to throw up on you. Ugh.
But that's a thing too.
Oh, that's so gross.
But that's probably a thing too.
I hope not.
What?
Because, listen, there are a lot of people who are like myself that they hear or see somebody get sick, then they get sick. And so imagine if there's 10 of us like that in like a 5-foot surrounding space. It's going to be disgusting.
Yeah, it's going to be gnarly. I don't
Oof.
know. I don't know what to tell you. I really don't.
That's so bad. I see that Reed said Allison 87 now. I might need to go get a hoodie. That's hilarious. 87, but it's like 90% humidity, so it's just as hot there as it is here.
It's muggy. It's muggy. We've been getting these like little rain showers every day. It's probably why my camera's.
I didn't
fucking
even do
doing weird
anything to
shit.
my hair this week because A, it was way too hot, and B, I was like, I'm going to straighten it just so that it can get curly all on its own after all the hard work of straightening it.
So, speaking of chicks that show off their buttholes,
Matt goes, it just depends. I'm hydrated, so my piss is clear. Gross. That doesn't make any more up. That doesn't make it any more appealing.
do you remember the Catch Me Outside girl? She was
No.
on Dr. Phil a long time ago. It's
Yeah,
Bad
yeah,
Baby
yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah. She
So-
was a little like 16-year-old at the time,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah. And she started an OnlyFans in 2021, right? Starting like as soon as she turned 18, she turned on OnlyFans.
Okay.
And then she had like a bajillion followers
Okay.
on it, right?
What
that
was she
paid
doing?
Whatever you do on OnlyFans, right? Like sex, showing her butthole, doing all the things. Give some. Bad baby may be going through a rough patch relationship wise because her baby daddy kicked
Said
shit out
enough's
of her.
enough. Oh, he beat her up?
Yeah, and then she took him right back. Yeah.
Oh, she's
Yeah.
Well,
But over the weekend, she posted her OnlyFans all-time earnings statement. And it's okay, guess. Like just throw
I know. Give me a
fucking
second.
ridiculous
She's
number
been
out.
doing this since she was 18. Does it say how
For
many years?
4 years. 2021 for
75
3
million.
years. Pretty close, but a little high.
I'm usually good at that.
$57 million just from OnlyFans. She's made, she gets $24 million a year in subscriptions. That's what
she
she's
cute?
gotten in the past. You know what she looks like. Like Google her.
I don't
like,
know what she looks like.
Tips, she's gotten $578,000.
Hey, Justin, we miss you too, buddy. We haven't seen you in a while.
In messages, like where you can private talk to people.
Okay.
She's gotten $32 million just from that.
Well, she a dirty girl then. She dirty, and those boys are
57
dirty.
Total gross,
It puts solution in-
$71 million.
Justin said, "What's
No,
balls?"
so you were pretty close. $71 million total gross.
Wow.
And then after like OnlyFans gets their cut, she gets
And then she took her
57.
boyfriend back, who's probably only with her because she's rich.
Fucking insane. I don't know his deal, but
Okay, so here's the thing. All right, so let's face it. On
me see if I
Phil,
can show you
on
a picture.
Dr. Phil, she's pretty ghetto.
yeah. Well, she was also 16. That's that girl.
She's not cute at all.
I mean,
Nope, Nope.
she's that trailer trash chick.
not cute.
I'm just telling you,
Maybe that's it.
right? But goddamn, right?
I don't know if it
100
was Brian or Allison said, "Holy shit, fuck."
That's a lot of goddamn cash,
That's a
right?
lot of OnlyFans time.
Who cares? Like she's selling her butthole. She's making generational changing money for her kids as long as she doesn't blow it all.
And then she lets her boyfriend beat her up, and she's loaded. She should be like, "Step off, punk."
I
Step.
think he's
off.
a rapper or something like that. I don't know the whole like thing with her.
And she is like 110 pounds, Matt said, with massive fake boobs. The oddest thing you ever see. The oddest thing ever seeing someone we know get destroyed. Wait, what? It's the oddest thing seeing somebody we know get destroyed.
Because she was like a little kid. Like you see her at 16 years old. Now you see her at like 20 or 21 or whatever.
Good. She's got to be older than that. That was a long time ago.
Well, I mean, she's not that old. I mean, if
I
she
mean,
only
she might be like 25.
No. She's like 21 or 22, something like that, because she started it in 2001 as soon as she turned 18. Literally the day she turned 18,
Okay, babe,
she created
that was 23 years ago.
2001. I'm sorry, 2020.
Oh, okay. I
Am I
was
saying
like,
2001?
you said
Jesus Christ.
2001. That's why I was like, oh, she's old.
2021.
Older.
No, 2021. So 3 years ago.
Wait, what year was she on Dr. Phil?
That's like probably 10 years ago, something like that now.
So she was younger than
That she was like
16.
16 or something. I don't know. She
No,
was
because
something.
10 years
I don't
ago
know.
would make her
I don't know the
26.
math.
Hashtag math. Allison, subscribe and tell us.
No. Back up to what I wrote. He said, and she is like 110 pounds with massive fake boobs. The oddest thing ever seeing someone we knew getting destroyed. Huh? Okay. So he went to he said something else.
Oh,
So
I was at a high school 20th
Yeah.
reunion last week. A chick in the grade below us is still married to a guy from high school, and he films her. Okay. He films her getting pounded by the most.
Jesus Christ.
What? Wow. That's his wife. And then he takes her to the high
Cuck
school.
much?
Then he takes her to the high school reunion. He's like, "Yo, look at my bitch. She gets drilled by big black guys."
I'm sure he's fucking other chicks too. Then,
I'm sure.
if it's like allowed and it's
Maybe it's an open relationship, but wow. Yeah, I don't. And Reed said, "I'm starting an Onlyfans." No shit, right? Reed?
I'm like legitimately
seriously.
thinking about it.
Like seriously, I'll put
Like,
my feet on there.
I'll put my butthole on there. No,
I will
won't do
not
that.
put my butthole on there.
I'm just kidding. Because I'm not going to make $57 million.
And,
I'll get like $1.
Allison
I'm
and
like,
Brian said,
that
"I'd like to
wasn't
know
worth
what
it."
she posts." I mean, I kind of would like to know what she posts.
Get
too.
a subscription
and then
and tell us.
wait, and then but when I think about it, do I really want to know what she posts?
Okay.
Nope, not gonna do it.
No, I was going to say you get a subscription for like 1 week or whatever just to see. Because I've never,
No.
like, every chick on Instagram
No,
has
because
an
there are
OnlyFans.
certain things you can't come back from.
No, dude, she's not doing something. Like, you can go out, like, you've seen every type of porn out there, right? I mean, for the most
Oh,
part.
I think Allison said I couldn't. Super Super
Like
anti-porn here.
100, he said
I'm sad for
110
you.
pound country
kidding,
white country girl. So fucking weird. We all found her on Reddit. There was a chick at our firm that did that, and dude, she got found out real
because
fast.
she was raking in the bucks from all the dudes that worked at USA or the employee. I'm sure not all of them were dudes, but she was probably like,
And then
it's
she
when it
wasn't-
started passing around, her subscription went.
She tried. She tried.
No, she probably went like they
To
probably
be corporate
were
girl.
like, so we have a problem. She's like, you know what? I make more money doing that than I do with you anyway. So
Yeah.
peace out.
Yeah, she tried. And she was young then too. I think she
was really cute too.
Yeah, she was. She was a pretty hot chick.
She was cute.
Yeah. Would she have like strawberry reddish hair,
Light brown,
auburn
I
or
think.
something like
I
that?
don't know.
I remember
think
that
she-
chick. Like I don't know.
And I
her
think she
name.
had like big boobs and a tiny waist.
Yeah.
She was like a rap song dream.
Maybe she got hired to make videos in like the bathroom at the firm.
Wait, what?
That would have been funny.
Like USA hired her to make bathrooms? Oh, sorry. Gonna have to blank that one out.
But you know what I mean?
The
Like-
firm hired her to make videos.
No, not the-
she got hired there so she could.
She got the job so that then she could infiltrate to then like start making corporate.
I don't think
styled.
that. No, she would have to done it after hours, like when it was overnight policy service.
Yeah. There were situations where people were like would go out and hook up in cars and shit like
Seriously,
that out in the parking garage.
the last one I heard was after we moved, they got rid of all those quiet rooms. Remember that you could
the
go and you
little
could
sleep
that you could
cubicles and
sleep cubicle and you
bullshit
could shut the
things.
door because people were having sex in them.
No fucking way,
Yeah,
really?
yeah. Like 3 or 4 people like 3 or 4 times got busted and they just got rid of them, or they took the doors off the hand, like the wall, and just put curtains up.
People take advantage of everything.
I mean, everybody's got people ruin the good stuff for like some people legitimately just want to go in there and sleep because they got 10 kids.
It was weird. We had like an energized room on one floor, and then we had a quiet.
Well, because some days you need to be energized.
Fuck that. You're at the office.
Some days
Go
you need to
to
be
work.
energized. Some days you need the quiet room.
Like, you know, like video games and shit like that.
Listen,
very
it's
Google-esque.
Google's fault.
Yeah.
Google had all these great
I
ideas.
wonder if that shit's still there at the office.
I don't know.
Remember, it had like the.
I know the doors aren't.
It had the waterfall.
I'll ask.
wall and
I'll
the
ask now that
grass
I'm on a team with people in Phoenix. I'll be like, so tell me, that waterfall with all the plants on, like
It was
that
cool.
wall. That wall was
but I
cool.
walked in there and I was talking like at this volume.
Yeah, and they were like, shh.
No, and they're like, no. This is a quiet room. I was like, why the fuck do we have a quiet room at the office? I was
Not
like,
you.
but
You
literally,
would never.
I've never even known that. I was like,
You didn't know that?
No.
It was on second. I think I knew that because I was still in NMS at
Like,
the
who
time.
needs to take a nap at work? Fuck off.
I totally would take
Go
a
get a
nap
cup
at
of
work.
coffee
I
and get back
totally
to
would
your
take a nap
desk.
at work.
Go back to work.
I would totally
do
take a
your
nap at
job.
work. You give me like a little quiet, cool room
Because you're
with
gonna
a
get
pillow.
tired from taking your little fucking bullshit power nap, and then you're gonna go back and you're gonna get back on the phone. You're gonna be doing your job, and you're gonna be like all groggy and bullshit.
Negative, Ghost
Yeah,
Rider.
no bullshit.
It's a power nap.
Power naps are
Powers you up.
bullshit.
Powers you up.
No, it doesn't.
So a power nap is only 20 minutes. Anything over that, then you have to sleep for an hour.
Did we
Science
do
has
the peeing on the
discovered-
plane story
I don't think so. Because I feel like
with
wait.
this dude?
Yes, we did
We
when he
did?
pulled his
Okay.
pants down. Because
Okay,
remember,
yeah.
we had a whole
I
conversation
couldn't
about
remember.
who pulls their pants all the way down to pee.
Nonetheless, there's nobody peeing on planes today.
No,
Thanks
because
to
everybody got
CrowdStrike.
canceled.
Yeah, thanks to CrowdStrike. But a dude did shoot himself in the leg.
Where?
Interestingly enough, have you ever had a dream that was so real, like so real that you thought it was like real life? Like, I mean, I've had dreams where, like Celine was telling us one tonight, where she was at a bar by herself,
Random
some
bar
reason,
by
like,
herself.
and ends up getting into a fight with somebody, right? And then they like it snaps to she's being shot at while she's running away, and all this crazy shit.
I don't have that exciting of dreams.
Like, I don't either. It's probably because I drink.
Mostly because you talk in your sleep
Yeah.
and you keep me up all night.
Man who shot himself in his sleep after he was dreaming about being robbed is being charged by police. Illinois man Mark, which is an insult to injury, really, right? And wait till you hear the caliber of this guy. The guy fucked
See,
himself
Jeep
up.
and said, I have a pillow just for naps at work. I clock out and take a nap. See?
Stop.
See? The
Stop.
smart people know what's up.
No. Take more caffeine. Wake up. And just keep moving on.
That goes. Every office has a quiet room. It's called a lactation room. Also, I used to nap in my truck every day on lunch. So a lot of people take naps at work.
You motherfuckers. You guys.
And then I'm assuming it's Allison said, my coworkers forgot about me. I slept. She took a nap on one of her shifts and they forgot about her. She took a nap to sleep off a hangover for 3 hours.
Jesus Christ.
You got paid for sleeping. I like it that way.
I understand it. But I mean, and there have been times where I'm like at work and I'm like, I am bored. Like I'm doing like spreadsheet shit.
And your eyes keep
and
getting
I'm
heavier.
Like, son of a bitch. And I'd get up and go for a walk, or I'd get up and like go drink more coffee or do
Because you're the
something.
weirdo. The rest of us would have gone and taken a nap somewhere.
In the sleep zone.
Yeah.
Fuck that, dude.
In the quiet zone or the lactation room, apparently.
A man from Illinois has been arrested after accidentally shooting himself during a
He got arrested for accidentally shooting himself?
During a nightmare. Bad dreams can be an awful thing, especially when they appear to be incredibly realistic. If you were ever being chased through your house by a psychotic madman in a dream world and woken up in a puddle of sweat, then you know what he's talking about. So on the night of April 10th, 62-year-old Mark DeCara was dreaming of a burglar breaking into his home. During that awful dream, he grabbed his .357 Magnum revolver.
That's a really big gun.
That's like your
That's a really
dad's
big
that I
gun.
have down in the safe.
Yeah.
Right? That's a big fucking
That's a big gun.
That's a big gun.
That's the one I shot, right?
Yeah. The boom, right? Compared
was
to
like-
a 9mm, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Revolver, and fired a shot into the darkness before a pain in his leg woke him up to an empty room. It turns out there was no home invasion, and the pain was due to DeCaria mistakenly shooting himself in his sleep in his dreamlike state, which sucks, right? I mean that
would be that's a nightmare.
He needs to get one of those biometric like little gun safes to make sure he can't just grab his revolver and fucking.
Right?
run
No, you're
around.
not wrong.
The man was quickly rushed to the hospital once police arrived to find him losing a significant amount of blood. Yeah. However, trouble would brew when investigators discovered that he used the revolver without a state-mandated firearm owner's identification card.
Wait, what?
That's
That's
the
a bunch
dumbest
of
motherfucking
bullshit.
thing ever, right?
That is so stupid.
Yeah, this could go to the Supreme Court kind of thing.
It probably will.
He used the gun, shot himself in
And
his
then he
house
got arrested because he didn't have a certificate of
to
authentication.
use the gun.
Authentication. Let's just call it certificate of authentication.
A firearm owner's ID card.
Yeah, authentication.
DeCara's LinkedIn profile states he is a semi-retired attorney who is licensed to practice
He's
law.
gonna fight his own.
Yeah,
he's gonna
yeah,
fight
yeah,
his
he's
own
fine.
case. Yeah.
According to deputies, they found DeCaria bleeding profusely from his leg, and they applied a tourniquet to help him bring it under control and brought him over to the hospital. Thankfully, but nobody else was harmed, of course, so nobody else was harmed. But the fucked up part is,
Does it say if he's married? Like, was there a person in the bed with
it
him?
didn't say anything else.
That would be
So
horrific
the bullet
for that
went
person.
through his leg and lodged into the bedding. So somehow he shot himself. Somehow, and it like he put it sideways or
I
something.
just can't imagine having that intense of a dream.
Right? That's fucked up.
Here's the funny thing. So Greg is going. I'm sharing this with everybody.
Yeah,
You guys.
We're sharing.
So for the last 3 or 4 months, he's drinks more than 3 or 4 beers, and he's a very active sleeper. He talks in his sleep. Sometimes he karate kicks in his sleep. The other day, his leg, like he just went whoosh, and put his leg in the air. I was like, "What are you what are the ones
Tiny
in New York?
dancer.
No, the Rockette. Are you fucking Rockette?" And I was like,
And I don't know I'm doing any of this, by the way.
He doesn't. Nobody knows but the girl that suffers through it.
Oh. So
But I can't imagine you going to where we keep our guns and accidentally shooting yourself.
no, dude.
I mean,
There's a lot of steps that have to go into that. Unless it's just on his nightstand.
maybe,
Just out.
maybe.
If he doesn't have kids and he doesn't have
Well, we don't either,
anything-
but we don't keep ours on top
No,
of
it's
our
just like
nightstand.
not out of its holster, just sitting on
Yeah,
a
I
fucking
think it's
nightstand.
weird.
No, it's not like that. Yeah.
No.
They're secured away.
Elements of surprise. If somebody breaks into my house, you're not going to see my gun. You're going to feel it eventually.
Oh, da, da, da.
Probably miss.
But nonetheless,
I'd
imagine
probably
shooting
miss.
yourself in your fucking sleep.
No.
That would be goddamn terrible.
That would be the worst night's sleep
With a
ever.
357 Magnum.
What does it shoot?
357
How big are
Magnum
those?
rounds. They're fucking fat.
That probably.
They're little chunky boys.
And it
dude.
went through his leg?
and lodged. The bullet went through his leg.
He's lucky
and-
he didn't hit a vein.
Oh, I'm sure he did. If
Like-
it was
like an
bleeding
artery.
that, if
I
it
meant-
was
I meant to
bleeding
say
that bad.
artery.
Oh, if he had hit his, yeah,
He's
fuck it.
lucky.
It could.
He's
have.
also lucky if there was anybody else sleeping in the bed that he didn't shoot them either.
Yeah.
His wife is
Or
like,
his dog.
you know what his wife is
There was a
saying?
picture of him and his dog.
You know what? You're sleeping upstairs in the guest bedroom.
You're sleeping in another house. Fuck that.
Right?
I don't know if you're gonna get up.
Need your own. We're gonna get you a house in the backyard that you're gonna retire
sleep
to
in
every
the
night.
Shed from now on. Jesus Christ. I don't know. This is an older story, but I gotta find it real quick. But I think it's a fun one. It talked about how
Sammy's on.
Sammy who?
Sammy.
Oh, Sammy's on.
Sammy, slice of life.
What's up, dude? How are
Does
you?
he shrimp in his sleep? Is that where you did the?
Yeah, that would be fun.
No, that sounds horrible too.
I gotta find this story. It's been a while for this story, but nonetheless, they were basically what they were talking about is the 90s are back. There it is. I got it.
Baby's
How
back, baby's back.
how
Oh.
Gen Z is bringing and millennials are bringing the 90s back.
Thought it was the 80s with all the fluorescent shit that was popping up and the perms and all that shit. I can't keep up.
Navel piercings
Well, those never went away.
are coming back. Yeah,
They never went away.
Yeah, I think they did.
They did not.
Because everybody started piercing their
Nope.
fucking faces.
I see navel piercings all the time.
But I think they all started piercing their faces.
I mean, they didn't go away. They may have added on.
I
other
think the
piercings. No.
face piercings and
Listen,
like the
I work out at a gym
super big
where the girls
gauge
wear
things.
no t-shirt. They wear their sports bra and their leggings, and all
I'm
of
just
them have a
reporting the
piercing.
news, honey.
Well, the news is wrong.
Some Gen Z favorite celebrities: Billie Eilish, Doja Cat, Ice Spice. I don't even know who that fucking is. I don't even know who half these people are. Addison Rae,
Listen,
Tyler,
I used to
and
want one.
more.
You
have
want one so badly.
belly piercings.
And then my mom was quite frank with me. She's like, "One day you're going to be old enough that
nah.
that belly piercing's not going to show because your belly button will have grown around it." Thanks, Mom. Like, you're going to get fat.
Jesus Christ. Your mom was mean sometimes.
I mean,
Fuck's
she meant
sake.
well. She just was trying to scare
Right?
me.
Like
She was trying to scare me skinny.
scared skinny. Can we fucking trademark that shit right now? Scared skinny.
Scared.
And it's just like when you have to put a garage door
And so
beside
then
your house
do
to
you
get out
put
of it.
scared like in really fat letters and then skinny really small? What about the garage door?
No, that's like we were talking about this last night
Oh,
where somebody had to happen to date somebody and then that person ended up being like 600 pounds.
I wasn't in that. That must have been why I was talking with the other
Oh,
people.
so okay. So I'll give you the abridged version.
Okay.
So there was this tryst at some place that some of us work at.
Okay.
And what had happened was
What happened?
is this one dude named Mike was dating some girl that was relatively new
Okay.
and they were having
An affair.
an affair or whatever.
He was having an affair.
Well, he was going through a divorce.
Oh, so they were separated.
and
Okay.
then it turned into kind of like they had to call HR in
How did I miss this conversation?
because
it sounds awesome.
she said that he was kind of like stalking her and stuff like that, right?
I could see that.
So, nonetheless, flash forward, they both get fired.
Oh, so she was an innocent in any way.
No,
either.
There
Okay.
was some other bullshit.
Okay.
People saw her on social medias, probably like Facebook or something like that.
Okay.
Right? And she had gone from being like the skinny girl to the 600 plus girl.
Oh.
Sad, right? And I made the
Oh.
comment because right behind where SD and Matt were sitting, there was a garage door that could wheel open for the
Were
windows.
we at the wine place?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I was like,
I didn't
yeah,
notice that.
like you would have to put a garage door. So that's context why I said you need a garage door inside of your house.
Oh.
But have you ever
How
known
we
anybody like that?
digressed
Does
so-
anybody actually nobody that's on 600 pound, Mike's 600 pound
I
life?
didn't do that,
I would
but
like
I
to
was really
interview them.
skinny. I like, dude, I fluctuate. It's so bad for you, dude. I go from, well, not anymore, but I've gone from really, really thin to chubby to really, really thin to chubby. My brother got a prince.
Jacob, I just read your comment. Read it, honey. My brother, he
I see it. Prince Albert.
said, yeah, it's your dick piercing.
Yeah.
My brother got a Prince Albert piercing.
I mean,
when he
he
was
probably had
terminating
sex
in
too soon with it
Billion.
because you're
He got
supposed to
infected
like
and he had to ask my mom to take
abstain
him
for
to
like
the ER.
6 to 8 weeks so that you don't get crap in it.
Dude, you don't want your dick and balls falling off.
Well, that's probably why he didn't wait.
Get,
And he
like,
went to his mom and be like,
septic and-
something wrong. Something wrong with my member.
Why would you do that?
Because
Of all the
apparently
places
it's
to get pierced.
amazing.
No, fuck that. You're 18. You don't know what fucking anything is.
No, you know what fucking everything is when you're 18 because
No,
you're fucking everything.
Well, no. Yeah, you're fucking the couch. You're fucking literally fucking everything. Physically, like human or not. Well, not animals, but fucking hopefully.
You're talking about plastic things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nowadays, you just order that shit on Amazon.
So look.
Don't pierce
So,
things. Stop piercing.
I've never understood piercing your lady lower parts, your genitalia. Let's call it that. Your genitalia.
Your genitalia.
Nipples. I hear hurts really bad too.
My brother's got one of those fucking
Doesn't he have
things.
two?
He may.
But supposedly
He's
though,
turning
once
gay.
once
He's
they're
got like 9 kids. But I
once
still
they're
think he's
healed,
kinda gay.
apparently it's
He's had a
pretty erotic.
I'm like,
I just don't think I could go through
He's
the
had
pain.
he had him when he was in the Marine Corps.
I'm afraid to get this part
I'm
of
like,
my.
how do you get away with
I'm
that?
afraid to
He's
get
like,
this
what do you
part of my
fucking-
ear pierced. I can't imagine.
Which part? Or like the little whatever that thing
I
is.
think it's so pretty, but I'm too scared
That's
to do
just
that.
a big fake thing.
Piece of cartilage. It probably hurts like a
Fuck
mother.
that. Yeah.
But
It'll
it's
make
so
you-
pretty.
Yeah, there's probably like a nerve in there that ends up
No,
like
that's up
shutting
here.
down your face or
That's
something.
up here. That's why, like, you see those girls with they have a name for them. I want to do that too. And then somebody said, if you accidentally hit a nerve there, it paralyzes like that side of your face. I was like, well,
Then
not
you end
getting
up
that.
with like Bell's palsy or some shit.
But
or it's bullshit and it's like people get their
I
ears cut
imagine
off.
probably piercing people know where the hole's
Yeah.
supposed to go.
I think that's probably bullshit about that nerve thing in here.
It scared me enough to not do it.
Yeah, that's why they told you that.
It's probably my mom that told me that. No, I'm kidding. It wasn't my mom.
Fucking right.
She did not just girl Google it.
What?
She said, "What's a Prince Albert piercing? A
Good-
penile piercing? Yes, go Google it.
Yeah,
Go
Google it.
images.
Yeah.
Because then they have the Prince
Tell
Albert,
Brian to
and
do
then
it.
they have the Jacob's Ladder. Have you ever
Brian
seen
get
that?
one.
Have you ever seen the Jacob's Ladder?
Is that where they do like all the way up? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the rings or whatever.
Can
I've
you
heard of it,
imagine?
but
Do you think you do one at a time, or do you
How do
do
you
all?
have sex with that thing?
You don't. Well, you do eventually when it heals. But my old question, when I see it, I'm like, did they do all those piercings at once,
I would imagine.
or do they
so.
do one and let it heal, and they go back like 6 months
'Cause
later and do another?
Then you're talking like fucking years of
but that-
dedication to
I
that.
mean, that's a lot.
no.
Is your
It's got to all be one, dude.
because it's pretty sensitive, right? Like not as sensitive as like the
Number
stack,
one, you have
but-
to have a huge dick to be able to
Yeah,
get away
you
with
do.
that.
The ones
You know
I've
what I
seen, the
mean?
pictures I've seen on Google,
They're not.
like,
They're not average.
No, they're like the 8
Right.
inchers.
Yeah, and I mean that's like flaccid, right?
No, God, nobody wants an 8-inch flaccid penis going anywhere near their body.
Right. That's what I'm
Um,
saying though. Like you I don't know.
And here's my
I would
next
never.
question.
Like I can't.
And
ever
then
think of
here's my
doing
next
something like
question. Do you have to make yourself hard in order for them? But I'm pretty sure if they're like manhandling your penis, you're probably getting hard anyways, right? I
that.
mean,
Yeah,
isn't that-
because like I mean, if you're going to the doctors, like back in the day, like nowadays you don't
no,
have to.
we're not.
but-
They're not like just. They're like getting you and putting gloves on and like moving you around. And I would imagine maybe until it hurts, you're a little excited
I don't know the rules.
because
Like no.
boys get excited for nothing.
Like if it's a hot chick piercing me,
no, boys
maybe.
get hot. They get hard for nothing.
No.
Yes,
No, we don't. No, we don't. No, if a dude's grabbing my
if
dick,
somebody,
no.
no, now you know what
See
I
what
mean.
I'm saying?
Okay, within
Like if
reason.
it's a hot
You're so
chick
fucking
grabbing my
extreme.
dick,
Dude, you're gonna tell me if an ugly chick grabbed your dick, you wouldn't get hard? Please,
yes, 100%.
whatever.
No, dude, fuck that.
It's still called natural selection. You're still gonna be like, oh,
No, yeah, I'm naturally selecting her the fuck out of here. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing. No, that doesn't work that way.
why are we so off course? Yikes! Ouch! No, seriously,
I don't know.
seriously.
Sleep divorce. That's what
I want to hear this.
All right. So sleep divorce. So this kind of goes in line with like what Beth was talking about earlier. It is basically we do have a friend, a couple.
Yeah,
They've been married for maybe like 5, 6, 7 years.
no longer than that. We've been gone 6 years, and they were married before we were gone.
Oh, they were. That's
so,
right. That's right.
Yeah, they're
I was
probably married
thinking
like 8.
8 years.
Yeah,
And they started off this way.
they've always. This is their normal
Couples
life.
have begun getting a sleep divorce, and it's becoming much more popular. Many
can see why.
participating in the sleep divorce trend. It's claim it's the best thing they've ever done.
Mm-hmm.
Experts claim that getting into a sleep divorce from your significant other could improve your relationship, but the internet isn't convinced.
I don't know.
According to research conducted last year by the American Academy of Sleep Medicine, a whopping 20% or 29% of U.S. residents are opting to sleep separately from their partners.
You know what? I could see it.
Any of you guys do that?
I could see a couple days a week being like, "Bitch, go upstairs. You're super rowdy tonight."
You go upstairs.
I go to bed first.
Yeah, then fucking walk your
No,
ass up the stairs.
I'm not the one causing the issue.
You make so much noise in the morning anyway, and you fucking turn
I
on the
do
bathroom
that on
lights.
purpose now because you keep me up all fucking night. Turnabout's fair play.
I am literally gonna start throwing things at you.
Okay, that gives me permission
gonna
to
get a
hit you
BB
over the
gun?
head with a pan.
I'm gonna get a BB gun. I'm gonna start shooting you.
First of all, that would
With a
require
BB
you to first open your eyes. You can't even turn off your alarm.
This
You don't know how to
well-being practice
snooze.
has been dubbed a sleep divorce and is particularly favored by millennials. Makes sense. The 2023 report was drawn up after the AASM surveyed
2000. There you go.
2,005 adults online, with 1/3 of participants claiming they either occasionally or consistently sleep in separate rooms. Interestingly, almost half, about 43%, of millennials elected to sleep in another room to accommodate their bed partner, while 33% of Generation X would do the same. Baby boomers were the least likely to get sleep divorce from their partners, with only 22% claiming.
So
they'd
what's
get-
before baby boomers? Those are the ones that used to have the twin beds. Remember, they didn't sleep in separate rooms, but they had twin beds. Matt said my mom used to snore like crazy, and her and my stepdad slept in separate rooms. They're now divorced, for what that's worth. Okay, look,
Because if you ain't sleeping, you ain't fucking.
no, that's not true, because our friends who are married, they do, and then they just cuddle for a little while, and then whoever's in whoever's room leaves. I don't want you sleeping separate from me every night, because I do like
No. I love sleeping.
I
next
like
to you.
no, yeah,
I
but
know where you're at.
there are some nights
one of those
that I'm
things.
like, please just go upstairs or sleep on the couch. Don't
No,
need to go
fuck off.
upstairs.
No. Put your earplugs in
I do, and sometimes
for your
it doesn't.
noisy ass goddamn breathing apparatus you have.
I don't
You know how
use it.
loud that fucking thing is?
Yeah, that's why I haven't been using it.
Turn it back on because you snore on top of
No,
that.
I don't. You're so fucking
I
passed out.
swear to God. I oughta. To the moon, Bethis. Said
Bethis.
Alice. I did my
This doesn't
best.
sound like. Should have been like.
So, speaking about startling results, Dr. Seema Khosla, pulmonologist and
See this being a thing
spokesperson
for older people
whatever.
because you literally just want to sleep. No, like no, it's not even older people. It's people who work for a living just want to sleep.
We know that poor sleep can worsen your mood.
Mm-hmm.
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 And those who are sleep deprived are more likely to argue with their partners. Mhm.
So
I'm
Matt
not sleep
said,
deprived. I'm
Matt
totally
said, I love my CPAP. F you, Greg. No, my
no,
CPAP.
she has one. And
Mine is a hand-me-down though,
it
and
gets
it
hot on
whistles.
her
Well, and it
face.
whistles.
No, that's just that's the tubing.
I know. I don't think it's supposed to. Molly says hers doesn't do that.
Then get a new one. We've
No, I'm
got
gonna get
money.
that implant.
No, you're not
I'm gonna
getting
get
a
the
fucking
implant.
implant.
I'm gonna get the implant.
No, you're
Yeah,
not getting an
I'm
implant.
getting the implant.
No, you're not getting a
I'm the
fucking.
boss of my own body. You can't tell me what to do.
Yeah. Okay. Fucking
What?
Mark Zuckerberg. You're gonna put that in there. It's gonna have a tracker on it.
Because my phone doesn't have a tracker on it? Listen, on Wednesday, my internet said, based off where you are in your house, we recommend this. And I was like, what the fuck?
You're not getting an implant.
I am too.
Retard.
Have you heard about that, Matt? It's like an implant. I don't know where they put it. I need to do a little homework, but it literally has a remote control that
It's
you
like
just,
a pacemaker.
you just turn it on and you turn it off. You don't have to take your CPAP with you when you travel. You don't have to get distilled water. You don't get sweaty under your nose or wrapped up in your cord or have to listen to it wheezing all night long. I'm just saying win, win, win across the board. Amen. Thank you, Lord.
Has it been approved by the FDA?
Yes.
Then go get it. I don't
Yeah,
give a shit.
exactly.
How much is it? Is it covered by insurance?
Covered by insurance, supposedly. You can chat with them and they'll check and let you know. I'd still have to pay $1,500, but that's nothing. I'll pay $1,500.
Let's check it out. All right. Getting a good night's sleep is important for both health and happiness. We know that. Speaking about the coined term sleep divorce, Khosla explained that it just means people are prioritizing their beauty sleep.
Oh, no, Matt, I got a prescription and I just never
Of what?
went and got it for my CPAP because I got after my sleep study. I
Our
got a
neighbor had an
prescription.
extra one.
She had
She's
an
got
extra one.
bad-
She was
had
like,
bad.
well, it wasn't even hers. It was somebody's mom's, something or other. And she was like, you want to just try it out? And I just
And that was
never,
like 2 years ago.
I just never went and got another one. Because
We can go get you another one.
I think I need a new prescription, which probably means I'd have to need to do a new sleep study.
Yeah,
and
those motherfuckers.
screw that noise.
Yeah, but she wasn't fucking breathing for like a minute.
No, seriously, that's what my sleep study says. And I was like, listen,
We
I
talked
can't,
about
even,
this a long time
I
ago.
can't even do that awake. How am I doing that in
And
my
literally,
sleep?
I would be like, my wife just died. I think my wife just died. And I'd shake her and she'd be like, huh? Yeah, dude. Fucking crazy. Crazy.
Separate. Yeah. Oh, Allison said, remember Dick Van Dyke? They had separate beds.
Yeah, Dick Van Dyke show. Yeah. So nonetheless, sleep divorce, but this isn't because of just snoring. This is people that also just want their own space.
Oh, it's not about space. It's about
But these people
Oh,
that they mentioned,
so that's just
it
a little
was also-
selfish. No,
that's
that's
a
not
little weird.
selfish.
Like, do
It's-
you still need your little bedroom by
Well,
yourself
then,
when you're like
if you want
20
your
years, 22
what-
years old?
when you get married, there's no such thing really much of your own space unless like you're at jiu-jitsu or
What if
I'm
you
at the
have
gym.
kids?
Oh, then there's no space because they want
Right?
to go potty with
you're
you
like,
and
no,
everything.
no, you go sleep in mom's room tonight. What?
And
How's
they
that a fucking
They
thing?
don't even get told that. They just end up there at like 3 a.m.
Right.
Remember? So who was it? There was like, both of my kids used to crawl up the bottom of the bed. Next thing I know, there's like 5 of us in that damn bed. And I'm like, oh, hell no.
Yeah. I mean,
No,
isn't that
no,
normal? I think
no.
that's pretty much normal. Like for us, for Beth and I, like she deals with it. Yeah. It's stress related for me, I think. It's the only thing I can come up with.
I'm completely 100% believe that.
Work stress. So I do this so I can have fun with you guys and talk things out, get things out of the system.
Doesn't work.
And that's why I go to jujitsu and I try and beat up little kids.
Which you haven't been like, because we've had other things going on like tattoos or
I
nights
haven't been able
out.
to do as much jujitsu lately.
Yeah, but you're probably good because there's so many things broken on you right now that your body's like, oh, thank God.
Yeah, I've got pinched nerve in my neck and my lower back, evidently.
So your body's like, oh, thank God.
Evidently. That's what my PT guy told me.
Yeah.
Dr. Arturo, who's been on the podcast. It's good. I saw him today. Yeah, shout out to him.
Yeah, shout out to him
Matador-
because you have not complained.
Matador
nearly as much as you
Rehabilitation
had
here in
been.
San Antonio. If you guys
So I
need
feel like
a
I think you're
physical
feeling a little
therapist.
bit
Yeah,
better
yeah, yeah.
because you're not complaining. as
Dry
much.
needling, does cupping, does
Tell him today. What where did he do it today?
dude, he did up in my neck, like up here.
Like your spinal column area.
Yeah, like
That's creepy.
cervical spine. Yeah, up there, needled up there, and then in my low back, like low.
You said one of them you swear you felt in your brain.
Yeah. This one, like this one right here, and I was like, "Holy fuck!" And it was like, I didn't even know there. So if you guys have ever heard of dry needling, it's like it's
like acupuncture, but it goes deeper and it goes into the muscle.
Yeah, and so I've got like this thing going on where I fucking get tingling up my arm and my face, right? And it's like a nerve or something, and in my lower back, my left foot's tingly. We talked about this. It's like tingly, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, you've got a pinched nerve. It just happened at the same time, coincidentally, that you've got one over here that
Here's the
creeped
thing,
up.
baby. You're old. You're
I'm fucking
48.
47. I'm not that old.
You're 48 in
Not a
like
48.
a month. You're 48 in less than a month. Rolling with 22-year-olds. Just trying to keep
Still
up.
win.
Just trying to
most of the
keep up. And then it's like,
Most of the
ouch. Your body's like, ouch.
Couch. No, it is what
Here's
it
the
is.
couch.
But yeah, go to Matador if you guys are in San Antonio. You need a goddamn.
I need to go
physical
see him.
therapist.
My traps
He's
are a little
an
tight.
amazing dude. We've had him on here. He keeps up with all the coolest shit.
Well,
coolest
and he
technology
really
and everything.
does like have some cool. Like when you go in there, he's like, "Well, I'm going to do this." I'm like, "Wait, what? What is that?"
He's got the
He
little
uses
snap
radio
things.
frequency.
Yeah.
That's the radio frequency,
yeah,
right? I
yeah.
heard that hurts like a biatch.
I'm like, turn that motherfucker up. Now he basically
That's supposed to be really good for scars too. Scar
Yeah,
tissue.
Scar tissue, it breaks it
Yeah.
down. So nowadays he just goes, all right, so it's just like, yeah, it's a shockwave therapy. And it basically,
radio
it's not
frequency?
hitting anything. It's just sending a pulse of energy
Right.
into like your muscle.
Is that the
Yeah.
radio?
Yep.
Yeah, you
like a
can buy
radio-
those too.
boom,
They're
boom,
not
boom.
probably as good
But
as
it's
his. But
fucking gnarly, dude. And it breaks down like scar
I
tissue.
wonder if you would do it
and
on my
stuff.
butt. Because my pellets, every time you
I'm like,
go,
what are you talking about?
it causes scar tissue. So
I'm like,
that's why
could
you have to get
imagine
it.
putting that against your butthole.
Not my ball, you freak.
You said butt. I'm like, I thought you were going to that
Well,
swingers party or something.
When I say butt, I mean butt cheek. Unless I say butthole, I always mean butt cheek.
I don't know the rules about her. She reads some books.
I
She
do read them books.
sexy books and gets.
I found out two people that just used to be coworkers that are now friends are all into the same shit.
You guys are a
Like
bunch
we've
of
read the
fucking
same
freaks.
books. It's so amazing.
Bunch of freaks. Freaks. What's your feel good for the day?
Last night.
Okay, explain.
So as you guys know, we moved. We lived in Phoenix forever. We moved back home. We've had several friends from Phoenix office move to the San Antonio office.
Yeah.
And we try to get together and it just never freaking works out ever.
Yeah.
Right. Well, last night it worked out. And we
fun.
had a blast. And then
Happy hour with some friends.
two coworkers at the time were like, "Hey," I was like, "Join us, hang out, let's have fun." I love them. They're amazing.
Good.
Yeah. And so
It
it
was
was
awesome.
just really fun. We stayed until 10 o'clock on a school night, which
Yeah.
I can't remember the last time we did that.
That's what I was saying.
Can
That's what I
you?
was like. I was having fun. So keeping in mind, like you guys probably have friends that go back, like, but a lot of my friends, I've been at the firm for 22 years. She's been there 25 years. So these are all people that I've known in my areas for
Ever.
18.
Yeah.
Maybe 15, 18
and Esty and I
years.
are like two peas in a pod, dude. Like
Right.
we get together.
So
and
it's
we
kind of
just crack
cool
each
when you
other
get to
up.
see that they're like old friends. It's not just
Yeah.
old coworkers,
Yeah.
it's like old friends because we used to party back in the day.
Oh, when we were young.
Back in the day when we were young,
Most
and
of us
nobody
were
had kids, and all of us were
single,
single.
yeah.
We weren't even married yet, and
Yep,
stuff like
no.
that. We just go out and party till fucking 2:00 in the morning.
Yeah.
Like you'd work from like
You
8
could go
5.
to work. You could go to work with a hangover back in the day.
Yeah.
At that age, you could
go
be like,
8
"Fuck
to
it, I'll
5,
be fine."
and then you'd go straight to the bar, and then you'd stay up until 2,
Right.
and then you would do it again.
Well, no, you usually
Remember I
just
had that apartment that everybody used to hang out at?
No, because we weren't dating then yet.
You went over. It was right down the road from where you had
I
the
know,
townhouse.
but I only was there once before we were dating, and everybody, when everybody used to
Dude,
hang
I
out
had
there,
this
it was,
apartment, and everybody used to come over there and hang out.
which was weird because it was
Ghetto little apartment.
ghetto little
Dude,
apartment
I paid
complex.
$450 a month for that apartment.
It was mostly you guys that
It was
hung
a
out there
it was a
after. That's where you all went to
one-bedroom.
eat your burritos and pass out.
Fuck yeah.
That's why it was fun. I didn't do that with you
Chuck
guys.
would get up and like in the morning and he'd be like, he didn't know where the fuck he was at. You know what I mean? Like sleeping on the floor practically. Dude, it was so much fun. Back in the day, those were the days.
That was my feel good. So it was really good to just. I'm exhausted. I've been exhausted all week. I'm sure that's added to it though, but it was definitely worth it because it was a really good time.
Swingers happy hour. That's just like from 4 to 5, right? Or 4 to 7? The swingers happy hour? That's what Nico said. Swingers happy hour? Whoa. That would be interesting. Is that just like handies and sandies? Like just
What's
under
a
the table?
sandy?
Like
Never heard that.
Peter has a name for a restaurant.
Uh-oh.
I think it's like Ming Chow's Handies and Sandies, something like that.
Nobody's going to eat there.
Right? And go in there, get a hand job, and get a sandwich.
That's horrible.
It's fucking hilarious.
What's your feel good?
My feel good is literally going to see the PT guy, like because the dude does amazing things, right? Like my back's been fucked up, like weird things have happening. So that on top of that, like tomorrow, tomorrow we're going to this river, San Marcos
River, which neither one of us ever been. And I've lived here most of my
Jacob,
life.
you may know, it's like off. It's just south. It's like in Dripping Springs, kind of near their area. If you've ever been to the studio for Drinking Bros, it's like down there. But it's like this Robinson Crusoe thing in my mind.
Yeah,
because
you
they're
saw
tree forts.
It wasn't a tree fort. It was like a double-decker hut thingy that you're
But
like,
they're in
oh,
the
a tree
trees.
fort. It's just we're glamping.
It's like a tree house.
But that's not where we're sleeping. We're sleeping in actual canvas tents that have
in
beds
the trees.
No, we're not. They're
Oh,
on the
fuck
ground.
off.
I don't
thought
know
we were
why.
sleeping in the
No, that's
trees.
why I was like, I don't get it.
You just crushed all my hopes.
I just crushed your soul.
I thought we were sleeping up
No,
in
we're
like
hanging
a tree.
out during the day in the
fort.
tree fort, but we sleep on the ground. Thank God.
Never mind. Cancel the fucking
now it
weekend.
sucks. Well, I'll go without you. It's all right. I'll take your
Leave
truck.
me behind.
I'll take your truck.
All right, with that, we're gonna get out of here because we got to go pack some fucking.
And we need to eat. I'm
river
fucking
stuff.
starving.
We gotta eat some. She's gotta eat because she's gonna start getting hangry with her pellets. Her hormones are all out of fucking whack. You guys have a wonderful weekend. Be safe. Be good. Go out, check us out.
Don't be
on
good, but be safe.
iTunes, Spotify, all the things. Do us a favor.
Thumbs us up before you before you head out.
Before you bail out, go out and hit the thumbs up. We love you. We'll catch you
Love
next
you guys.
time.
Have a great
Cheers.
weekend. Bye.
Welcome to the Bars Open with Beth and Greg.